Hi everyone, Lorraine here. I want to talk about the advanced conversational hypnosis training that I am offering coming up here really soon. This is a training to help you get one session breakthroughs with your clients and also charge anywhere from $1,500 up to $3,000, even more. Why are you able to charge this much? Because you can get results and you can get them quickly. So instead of spreading your sessions out, and let's say a package of 6 sessions, maybe spread out over 3 months, how would you like to get results with your clients in one session? So that's what I'm talking about. One session breakthroughs. Now, not every client is going to be one session, but the majority of your clients will be one session breakthroughs. And because you're charging for results rather than charging per hour or charging per session, if you can resolve your client's problem in one session instead of 6 sessions and get paid the same amount, wouldn't you rather do that? So you might be asking yourself, like, well, why would a client do that? Like, clients want more for their buck. They want more for their money. And I want you to think about it. If I am suffering from PTSD, panic attacks, depression, if I'm dating and I keep attracting narcissists, abusive relationships, do you think I want that suffering to end right now or in 3 months? Do you think I'd rather have that breakthrough and start moving forward in my life now or in 6 sessions? So I think you'd agree that we want to have the breakthrough, the results sooner than later. This is an advanced system to help you get quick results with less work, to make money, to make more money while investing less effort. And so you could call it the lazy version of doing hypnosis because you're not doing any prep work. Think about everything that you do right now to prepare for your clients. Maybe you are writing a script from scratch or you're researching a script. There's no scripts. There's no prep homework for your clients. How many times do clients show up and they haven't really done the homework that you assigned them? And then that creates the shame and that affects their results. You don't need to worry about that with us. There is absolutely no prep work. There's also no post work. There's no need for recordings. So I've been trained in multiple modalities over the years, and this is the only thing that I use now. And there's no scripts needed. Sometimes I'd use a script, but I'd often go offhand and I'd make a recording afterwards for people. But I don't do that anymore. And why? Because if I'm making a recording, it's based all on symptoms. And if we're working to get to the root of an issue rather than the level of symptom, because we know the symptoms, the problem that they come in with, the presenting problem is not the real issue, then why would we make a recording based on those symptoms? It might even reinforce the problem. So there's no need for recordings anymore. So you get rid of the prep work, you get rid of the post work, and now all the meat is right in the middle. And here's what makes ACH different than all of the other stuff that's out there. How many modalities have you trained in? How many times have you taken a training and find that it's like very similar to this other training that you took and this other training? There might be itty bitty little differences. Well, guess what? You never need to take another training again. ACH is a complete package that eliminates the need for all of those other trainings that are out there. And in fact, you can throw all of those other techniques out the window. This is not a technique-based modality. And here's why. You don't need them. techniques try to make therapy a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. So no matter what client comes in the door, no matter what condition or symptom or problem they have, it's like, here's my technique for this. Or maybe I have multiple techniques that I pull from, and maybe you're reading from a script for that technique. Throw it out. You don't need that, because everyone that comes to you is a unique person, and to try to squeeze them into a technique often doesn't work, or at least it doesn't have the kinds of results that you can get if you're working with them as that unique individual. Throw out the techniques. What you need to do is be present with your client. When you're present with your clients, you can see when they're going into an unconscious state, when they're having an unconscious moment. And then you can communicate with the subconscious mind without some sort of technique, by paying attention to your client, to how they do trance, to what is arising in the moment that wants to be looked at, and to take them deeper in their time, in their way, and ask some really poignant questions based on your curiosity, based on what they're presenting, based on what they're talking about, based on where you're seeing you're triggering these unconscious or subconscious moments. So what does that mean during that meaty portion? Not the pre, not the post. Now we're in the session. What does that look like? Well, let's talk about what it doesn't look like. There's no inductions. There's no walking through a field, getting relaxed, spending 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes getting someone into a relaxed state and then doing a little bit of therapy. No, none of that. There's also no need for deepeners. Usually the way a hypnosis session is set up, if you got your induction, you have your deepeners then to take you even deeper, to test, to make sure that you're deep enough, that you're responding to the suggestions, that you're suggestible. And then the scary what if? What if they don't respond? What if I tell them that their eyes are glued shut and now try to open their eyes and they actually open their eyes? What if they don't feel the magnets between their hands? What if any number of things that you do with the hands doesn't work? Then what? Then you're stuck. Then you just pretend like that's normal. But in the back of your mind, you're questioning whether the therapy will work. And we know what happens if we question whether the therapy will work. It massively affects the results that our clients will get. There's no forced regressions. So there's a bit of a debate in the healing world about whether it's a good idea to regress clients to the scene of trauma. Some say that it can do more harm than good. Other treatment modalities are all about going back to the traumatic event and reliving it and telling it over and over until it no longer holds that same charge because we've spoken it out loud. Why not let the client decide? Why not let their subconscious minds decide what they need? I often have clients overcome really horrific traumatic events without ever talking about the traumatic event in and of itself, because the subconscious mind has its own language. It works in its own way. And very often, if we're stuck in a trauma loop, we've already been repeating it over and over and over again, and we don't need to relive it. And so if we don't need that, why put our clients through it? Sometimes clients do need to go back to a past event. Yet why force it? So we can set up a space for our clients to regress to a root cause in their past without forcing it. They may never regress to anything in the past. Their subconscious mind may need to hop around in outer space or giggle for a few minutes, or their subconscious mind might bring about any number of completely irrational things in order to resolve their problem. And as an ACH therapist, what we do is hold space for whatever comes up. We don't need to squeeze a client into a technique and force them through this technique. We can attune to them and see what they need. And that's what ACH is about. With traditional hypnosis, you have an induction, then you have deepener, then maybe you have regression, and any other number of techniques, technique upon technique upon technique. Or there's not techniques, it's then you're going to listen to me while I give you a bunch of positive suggestions. Now, if those suggestions worked, if that modality worked that great, why would they need you? Because they can just go to YouTube. Why spend hundreds of dollars to work with a therapist if they can go to YouTube? So again, there's no need for those scripts. So leave those deepeners out. Leave out the language patterns. Leave out the inner child work. Leave out the venting, the catharsis, unless it comes up naturally. This is how I'm able to get the results that you see in those testimonial videos and charge top dollar for my services. While other therapists and healers have seen their income dwindle, I'm making more than I've ever made. And that's not from my training, that is from working one-on-one with clients. And part of the reason why I'm able to get top-notch clients and get such amazing results with clients is because I believe in the therapy. I've seen it work over and over and over again since I started adapting my practice to this way of therapy and letting all the other stuff go. I've been doing healing work with the subconscious mind in various forms and modalities for about 20 years now. I have so many certifications and licenses that, it's honestly a little bit ridiculous. Yet it's all led me to where I am today, where I'm able to get these profound results with my clients. Everything that I know about the mind and its connection with the body and the spirit, everything that I know about working with trauma, everything that I know about somatics, energy work, NLP, hypnosis, coaching, is all wrapped up in this non-technique. And I want to share it with you. And why did I get training after training after training? It's because nothing quite worked for everyone. I'd get really great results with clients, and then there'd be other clients where I couldn't really tell that the things were working. And that would massively impact me and my confidence and my ability to help other people. And then that would come through in my sales calls because I questioned myself. I questioned my ability to help people. And so I didn't feel like I could talk to clients in a way that I felt like I could reassure them that the money that they were spending was worth it. I'd be like, we'll see if it'll work. It was that kind of mindset. And now it's different because I see over and over and over again when I'm working with my client, When I'm attuning to and adjusting to them and looking for those key moments where the subconscious mind is talking to me, then I can work with them to get them the results. And I'm so confident in it that I'm able to close the sales, that I'm able to charge top dollar because I know that it's a steal. If someone who's been suffering with depression, anxiety, panic attacks for years, who's gone to years and years of therapy, EMDR, cognitive behavioral therapy, massage, yoga, breath work, you name it, comes to me. It's like, I tried everything. I can reassure them that this is different because we're not working with the conscious mind. We're working with the subconscious mind. And I'm not squeezing you into a technique and trying to make that work for you. I'm attuning to you and what you need. I'm just here as a guide. I'm just here to ask the right questions to help you go deeper so that you can solve this and resolve this on your own. If someone's had years of therapy for depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and they're still having these problems, how much do you think they'd pay to have relief? Would they, do you think 10,000, if they could pay $10,000 and have a pill that would relieve them of everything, and they just took this pill one time and all of their problems that they had before are no longer a problem, do you think they'd find $10,000 for that? I think they would. It would be worth $10,000. I talk a lot about trauma, anxiety, depression. That tends to be the kinds of clients that I've attracted over the years, but you can use this for smoking cessation, for weight loss, phobias, anything that you use traditional hypnosis for, you can also use ACH for. The way that I teach this will make you trauma informed, because even if you're working with smoking or weight loss, usually there's trauma underneath that. And if you've been working in this field for a while, you know that. And you might feel afraid. It might be scary sometimes. Do I work with this person or that person because I'm afraid of what's going to come up? And can I handle that? Am I qualified to work with that? And so I have a focus on my training on working with trauma, knowing how to work with trauma, how to regulate yourself so that you can work with trauma, so that you're not freaking out, so that you can handle whatever comes up with your clients. Now I'm going to tell you the real reason why you want to do this training. Yes, I know you want to help people. That's why you came to this field. You want to make a powerful difference in the world. And healers are needed in the world, perhaps now more than any other time. Yet the real reason you want to do this training is for you, so that you can actually not only survive and be able to provide for yourself and pay the bills, but thrive in this business. Healers deserve to thrive. There's a lot of people out there that think that healers should not work for money, that they shouldn't charge money. And if they do, that they shouldn't be charging a lot for their services. If you do the math, you will see that that is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Perhaps if you had your books all filled up 40 hours a week, then you could charge that $100 an hour and make a decent living. But we know it doesn't work like that. Your books are not filled up all the time. And because people come to hypnosis because they want quicker results, because they don't want 12 years in therapy. They want to get over their problem and they want to get over it sooner. And so you're continuously needing to bring in new clients. New clients are needed. And you then need to be a business owner, a marketer, a promoter. You need to be spending your time getting the word out there. And a lot of that, that time that you're spending is building your business, not in being with clients. Building your business so that you can stay in business and help other people. And if you're charging $200 a session, I want you to think about how many sessions you need to do in order to make a decent living wage. So think about it. Let's say you want to bring in $50,000 a year. And I'm telling you, that's the low end. You can easily make $100,000 a year if you're putting in the right amount of effort. And in the training on the third day, I am going over business strategies so that you can be pulling in anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And that's just to begin with. You can be making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month doing this. So let's say you want to bring in $50,000 though, okay? Because most hypnotherapists, most coaches aren't even bringing $1,000 in a month. It's a side business. If they are full-time, they're having to then pick up work, driving Uber or cleaning homes or doing something else to pay the bills, or they have a spouse that's making up the income while they're getting their business up and off the ground. But years go by and it's still not up and off the ground. Part of that is our own self-belief, and your self-belief is going to grow when you see the results that you're having with your clients. When you're seeing, wow, I work with everyone and they're getting results. I can charge what I'm worth. So I digress, $50,000 a year. At $200, that's 250 sessions that you would need to do a year. Divide that by 52 weeks, and you're needing to do 4.8 sessions a week, every week. Let's just round that up to 5. So 5 sessions a week is what you would need to do. And I'm going to guess that you're not doing that now. That would be a client session every day. That sounds easy. Right? Oh, I only need to do 5 sessions a week. A therapist is booked back to back to back all day long, hour. Yeah, but a therapist has the same clients for years because they're not getting the results, right? Therapy works best if you've done the inner work first, the subconscious work first. If you do the hypnosis first, then you can get to that root. Now you have some things to talk about in therapy, but therapy isn't really that necessary when you can do this kind of work. People come to hypnosis because they actually want results and they want quicker results. And so you need to have new clients coming in all the time. So how are you going to get those 5 clients a week? You got to do marketing, build up your business. And when you get really good results, you get really great referrals. Yet even at that, 5 clients a week is a lot. And $50,000 is just okay. Especially in this day and age, $50,000 isn't doing much for people. And then you got to take into account burnout. You're dealing with a lot of deep-rooted traumatic stuff with people. And there's only so much that you can do while also taking care of yourself. Part of taking yourself is making sure that you're getting paid well for the work that you are doing. So let's say you want to make $100,000 a month. At that $200 a session, now you need to do 500 sessions a year. But if you wanted to bring in $100,000 a year, let's say that you are charging $1,500 and not per session, you're charging for the results. So the client knows upfront what they're getting. And I'll also say you're not charging for a package, because why are you going to sell a package of 6 sessions if your client doesn't need 6 sessions? If you can get the breakthrough in 1 to 2 sessions, why are you going to waste both of your time? Plus, you're setting up the suggestion that they're going to need 6 sessions in order to get the result. So why not just say, let's start with a session and see where we go from there? Yet you're charging for the result. You're not setting them up in this endless cycle of, well, you need more sessions. Let's come in for more sessions. They know exactly what they're getting. So you might go to a doctor or a chiropractor and they say, yeah, come on in. And they're like, oh, you're going to need a lot more sessions. You're going to need a lot. Come in 3 times a week to get adjusted, or come in for your PT. Oh, now you're going to need more. And you're like, I didn't know I was signing up for that. Thought I was coming in for 1 session, 1 adjustment to fix my problem. And before you know it, you've spent $20,000. I did that many years ago when I started going to a chiropractor. I got great results, but I ended up spending over $20,000 to resolve the problem. And it didn't even resolve the problem. It was just maintenance. And so now you're saying, we're going to resolve this problem for you. And it's $1,500. For $100,000 a year, that's only 66 sessions. 66 sessions divided by 50, just like we did before. That is 1.3 sessions a week. So 1 to 2 sessions each week is all you need to do in order to make $100,000 a year. If you're charging $1,500, what are you doing with the rest of your time? Well, I guarantee you're not just sitting around. That's the business building. Think about everything else that you do. So you have your strategy calls. That's about an hour. You have text messaging back and forth, emailing back and forth. You have the support. All of this is going into a $200 session. If you do that math, you're hardly making any money. So there's a lot that goes into working with a client that's not in session hours. And so you're spending your extra time during the week working, talking, communicating back and forth, and supporting clients. You're also working on building your business. So I'm teaching you on that 3rd day, and also through master classes throughout the year, how to build your business, how to build yourself up as the expert, which you will be once you learn this modality. And you will be able to dominate the industry because you have something that the other people don't. You're not running around working yourself ragged, trying to make this business work, trying to get your clients the results that you hope that they'll get. Now you'll actually see that they're getting their results. So you'll feel good about yourself. You'll feel good about what you're doing. You'll not only see your client results multiplied, you'll see your own results multiplied. So what else do you get with this training? Well, we have the live training, and then that's going to be recorded. So you're going to get access to that recording for life. What you also get for life is you get to attend all future trainings. All the future trainings of ACH, you can show up and receive the same level of support that you received in the first training. So even if you can't attend the first training live, you still get the recording of it. You can still start implementing it into your practice right away. And then you can attend the next live training. And each time you can come back and have new experience, new questions, and be able to ask your questions live in those trainings. There's also a Facebook group though. And so you can ask your questions in the Facebook group and get the support in the Facebook group. And so there's a community of people that are doing the same thing as you, and you're all there to support each other. It's a beautiful experience of community rather than competition. We're all working together to up level the game, because we all know that there's a lot of hypnosis, a lot of coaching out there that just isn't good. It's not good at all. And so you get to be a part of the solution. We're all working together to up level the game and to make sure that we're all getting paid well for it. We're supporting each other. There's plenty to go around, believe me. And so we're supporting each other in the group. I'm there to support as well. And then I offer more live trainings on trauma, on business development, on relationship skills and tools, answering all kinds of questions that come up throughout the year. There'll be periodic live trainings that I do either through Facebook Live or through Zoom or through both. So this support is world class. The training is world class and it's affordable. The investment is only $9.97 for a lifetime of support and access. I know it's crazy. Don't ask me why I'm doing that. It's probably not always going to be that price. So I would suggest that you take advantage of it now. What you'll also see in the community is an opportunity for you to heal your own shit, for you to work on your own stuff, because you'll be working with each other. It's optional, but you're going to want to practice. And so you can practice with other therapists and do trade work. And so you're growing, you're healing, you're overcoming, and the whole community is helping each other, building each other up, helping each other become the best therapists possible. And I'm here with you on the journey. I'm mentoring, supporting, helping you every step of the way. So that's the lowdown, that's the skinny. This is what I'm offering you to learn from the nearly 20 years of training that I've done that has led me to this point that I'm able to get such rapid results with my clients and thrive. You don't have to do this alone. You've got the support, and you can make it easy. You can be lazy about it, just like me. I love it. I love that I don't have to prepare. I love that I don't have to remember to do recordings and send it out and make sure that it made it through the interwebs. It's so much easier. And there isn't a bigger honor than being able to do this work. In my opinion, for me, I am so honored to be able to do this work with my clients, and now to support you in building up a business for yourself so that you can live a sovereign life, making your own choices, so that you can thrive as a coach, as a hypnotherapist, as an RTTer, as a healer. You can incorporate this into doing psychic readings, tarot readings, any kind of healing modality that you use. You can use this to connect deeper with your clients and help them get real healing. And that's really what you want. I know you do. That's what you want. And if you're like me, you see all the shit that's going on in the world and you want to do something about it. You want to play your part. And I feel like this is some of the most important work that can be done in this day and age right now. It's helping people heal. Because when one person heals, before you know it, a whole community heals. A collective heals. A country heals. A world heals. We need more people that are awake and healed in this world. And if you search deep, you know that that's true as well. Yet we also need to thrive. We need people who are thriving, who are not in scarcity mode, who are not in survival mode. I got to get a client. I got to get clients. No, that's not the way that you want to come to your practice. You want to come to your practice fully resourced, with your needs met, believing in yourself, believing in your ability to truly help individuals and help the world. So I hope that you join me. If you have any more questions, either leave questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Or you can message me directly. You can also set up a free clarity call to talk more about what this is about, how it can help you. There's lots of ways for you to get more information, get your answers answered, and connect with me directly. And I hope to see you in the training and start this lifelong mentoring program with you.